Hi everyone, thanks for doing some more yoga with me this morning. Today we're just going to get our body moving. Some of our flows are going to be a little bit longer before we get back into a down dog or a child's pose. So just listen to my instructions, do the best you can. We'll do it a few times through until you really get it. So take a nice seated position wherever you're comfortable. Hands on your knees, straighten your spine, head nice and tall. And just close your eyes and we'll start to breathe in and out. In and out. Filling your belly with air and releasing everything. These next few, let's do in through our nose and out through our nose. Building our fire within. And then we'll heat the rest of the body up later. 2 last big inhales together in. Let it all out through your mouth. One more time in. And out. Slowly flutter the eyes open. Let's take an inhale up. Bring your hands as high as they can. And then exhale back to the mat. Let's let our right hand stay down on our next inhale. Let your left hand come up and over, stretching our left side. Breathing in, and then exhaling into that side. On your next inhale, come back to center, placing your left hand down on the mat. Right hand comes up, leaning into the other side. Your gaze can go up or over to your shoulder, whatever feels good for you right now. Next inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release. Inhale, hands come back up. And this exhale, I want you to fold over. Keeping your legs crossed. Feel a little bit stretch in my upper glutes. Letting our back release a little bit here. Walking your fingers out if you can. And then slowly walk your hands back up so you're sitting straight. We'll take our legs out to the side. You can straighten yourself on your mat here. We'll take another inhale up and exhale, fold over again. You should have a little more range here, folding over without your legs crossed. Don't do anything that hurts. Just find that spot where you're really feeling a stretch. Every inhale, come up just a little bit, and then exhale, try to get your chest closer to the mat. If this is as far as you can go, that's great. If you can get your chest to the mat, that's wonderful. Any bit you can do is progress. Again, walk your hands up. You're just going to swing your feet out and around so you can come to a tabletop position. Let's wake up our wrists a little bit here, just taking some nice circles. Nice big circles all the way around. And switch directions. Getting a nice range of motion. And then let's flip our fingertips to point to our knees, and we'll just alternate elbow bends here. Wake up our forearms. And then again, take a few circles in both directions. And switch. Good. Put your hands back to a regular position. Let's arch our spine, tailbone, and top of the head come to the sky with an inhale. And then exhale, round the back, tuck the tailbone, head can drop. Take a few more of these, moving with your breath. Inhale, come to cat. And exhale, come to cow. Inhale to cat. Exhale to cow. Let's take one more. Really flexing that spine. And then find yourself in a neutral tabletop. Let's take our right hand up to the sky. And then exhale through your left arm, dropping that shoulder onto the mat. Head can rest here as well. And then left hand comes up if it's available to you. Feeling a stretch in your shoulder and your shoulder blade on the right side. And then place that left hand back down, pushing up and away so you have space to bring your right hand back up. Let's take it on the left side. Left hand up to the sky. And then exhale, swing it through your right arm, placing your left shoulder and your face down on the mat. And then right hand comes to the sky. It's a good spine twist, good stretch for your shoulder blades. And then place your right hand back down, pushing up and away so you can come back to tabletop. Now we're going to tuck our toes, bring our heels down to the mat, tailbone to the sky, walk it out here, alternating your knees so you can find yourself a good down dog position. Let's check our space here, rolling into a plank. Maybe you need to reposition. And then bring that tailbone back to the sky. Let's do one more, rolling into a plank, nice and easy. Checking our core, checking that our wrists are underneath our shoulders, and then push back to a down dog. This should be home, so get nice and comfy, whatever feels good for you. Take a few breaths here. On your next inhale, bring your right foot up into the sky. And then you're going to bend your knee, then bend your hip, bringing your knee up into your chest, placing your foot down by your hands. Your right hand is going to come up, reaching towards the sky. Take a breath here. On the next inhale, you're going to put all your weight into your feet, swinging your hands up, bending that right knee, shifting your weight to the back of your mat. Taking a breath here. Again, we're going to bring our weight onto our feet, turning to the back of our mat, and then twisting around to our left side, letting our hands come nice and long. And then cartwheel your hands up and over. Weight comes to the front of the mat. Knee bends. And then again, twisting, facing the front of the mat. Your left hand can come up, right hand to the sky. This time, shift your weight to your hand. Your right foot's gonna come back, meet your left one. So you're in a side plank here. And then let your right foot come back behind you. Arch, let your hand come nice and wide, and then you can sit your butt down onto the mat. Your right leg should be bent, your knee facing out. You're going to come up on to that bent leg, and then stretch the other side. Come back down onto your butt, rolling over, keeping your left foot back, and then your right foot is still in a three-legged dog. Can meet your left foot back to the end of the mat. Coming back to a down dog. Bend your knees, gaze comes forward, jump or step to the front. So a nice flat back here. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, back down. We're going to do that again on the other side. We've been through it once, so you should be nice and warmed up. It's a confusing one, so I'll still walk you through the whole way. Let's chaturanga down to an upward dog, and then a down dog. Let's take 2 breaths here, collect ourselves in and out. In and out. On your next inhale, bring your left foot up into the air. Bend the knee first and then the hip, bringing your weight forward, stepping the foot down. This time our left hand comes up into the air, twisting, and then bring your weight into your feet as you twist and bring your weight to the back of your mat. Let's take a breath here. Continuing the twist so we face the back of the mat into this lunge, and then twist your spine again all the way over to our right side. And then cartwheel the hands while we bring our weight back to the front of the mat. And then one more time, facing the front, right hand comes down, left hand comes up. And then our left foot meets our right for a quick side plank. And then completely twist over, opening our heart up. And then again, sit your butt down, knee comes out. Come on to our shin here, stretching the other side. Butt back down, cartwheel over, right leg stays straight, left leg still up into the air. And then your left foot can meet your right back onto the mat into a downward dog. 1 breath here. Bend those knees, gaze comes forward, jump or step. Little flat back, hug those legs. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Hands come onto the mat, step or jump back. Let's chaturanga down to an up dog and to a down dog. Take a few breaths here, collect again. We're going to do that again, but we're not going to take a break between both sides. We're going to do the right side and the left side, nice and seamless, continuously moving our body, shifting our weights back and forth. It'll feel good at the end. So here we go. Right foot up into the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend that knee, then that hip. Place your foot down, right hand comes up. And then shift your weight onto your feet, coming to the back of the mat. Again, continuing the twist to the slow lunge, spine continues opening up to this left side. Cartwheel the hands, bringing the weight back to the front of the mat. One more twist here. Left hand comes down, right goes up. Weight in your hand here as you shift your right foot back to a side plank, and then open up to the side. Butt can come down, knee pointed out, come onto your shin, stretching that opposite side. Butt comes down, roll back over, right foot still in the air for that 3-legged dog. Place it down, 1 breath here. On your next inhale, bring your left foot up for a 3-legged dog, bending the knee, then the hip, bringing your foot up to the front of the mat. This time our left hand comes up, twisting, and then shift your weight to your feet as we come to the back of the mat. 1 breath. And then we continue our turning to the back, opening up to that right side. And then cartwheel the hands up and around as we shift our weight to the front. And then continuing here, right hand comes up, left to the sky. Shift your weight to your hand as your left foot comes back to meet your right for a side plank. And then continuing over. Butt comes down, knee comes out, coming onto our shin to stretch the other side. And then back down, rolling over. Right foot's down, left foot up to a three-legged dog. And then find yourself back in a downward dog. Let's let our knees come down here, butts back onto our heels in the child's pose. Nice deep breath. Let's go up onto our fingertips, staying in this child's pose so it gives our chest a little bit more room to deepen that stretch, falling to the mat. Let's walk over to the left. Inhale on your way through center, and then exhale on the way to the right side. Inhale, come back up. Find yourself back in a tabletop. Walk your hands to your knees. You can come up on with your chest up, on your shins and your knees, and just slowly start to bend your back. Your hands can be on your hips, or you can reach down to touch your heels. Let's just do a baby camel here. And then slowly come back up. And we'll put our hands back in front of us, finding child's pose one more time. Take care of that spine. One more breath. In and out. Let's swing through tabletop, feet coming in front of us here. Let's lay down on our backs. Get nice and comfy. Knees still up, feet flat on the mat. And then let's take our right foot, cross it over our left, driving that right knee forward, flexing that foot. And then let's flex our right foot, pushing our right leg back to us. You can grab hold of your left thigh if you need to, pulling it towards you to deepen that stretch. Still breathing. Being aware of every part of our body here. Feel free to relax your face if you feel tense. Focusing all of our strength into our legs right now. And then release the right foot back onto the mat. Letting your right foot join it as well. And then crossing the left foot over the right knee. Driving the left knee forward first. And then you can flex the right foot, driving the left leg closer to you. And then if you took it on the other side, grab your right hamstring, pulling it towards you. Flexing both feet, relax that base, relax the neck. Breathe into the stretch. Release your right leg, let the foot come back to the mat. Again, with the left. Let's let our legs come long. Hands off to the side. Let your legs roll out nice and comfortably. Close your eyes. Just start to breathe. Scanning your body to see how it feels. Should feel different from when we started. Might feel looser, might feel more tired, might feel more energized. Breathing fresh oxygen into each part of our body. Let's deepen the breath here in and out. Together in and out. just relax. No tension in the shoulders, no tension in the legs. Let everything collapse into the mat. Wherever you're practicing today, if you're outside, if you're inside, maybe you're on the beach. Just listening to the sounds around you, still scanning your body. Let's start wiggling our toes a little bit, our fingers, bringing some life back in. And let's rotate our wrists just a little bit, maybe your ankles if it's available to you. And just start rolling your shoulders a little bit. Let's bend our knees. Just start swaying them back and forth, rocking your hips to one side. And let's bring our knees to our chest, give ourselves a nice hug. Flutter the eyes open here. Maybe you're rocking back and forth on your spine. And let's rock forward and back, and then use the momentum to bring yourself up to a seated position. Big inhale, and then exhale. Come to a seated position again. This time, hands facing up because we're ready to take on the rest of the day. We're warmed up, energized. I hope your heart feels good. I hope your mind feels good and your body. Thank you so much for coming to do some yoga with me again today. I can't wait till next time. Let's take one last inhale together, hands up. Exhale. Namaste.